could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so...
Aww, I want a neighbor too. Anyway, what's happening, viewers? S4J back again, bringing you the coolest battles of yesterday and today. I'm gonna go ahead and lead out with my Nido Queen, right? Boom! Big intimidating girl thing right there, whatever it is. And my opponent's gonna go ahead and lead out the Infernape, right? You know, scary monkey. I don't necessarily feel like I'm playing underused, by the way. Whoa, Infernape and underused. But I'm just gonna finish that thing off real early in the match with the Earth Power, and I am Scarf, and it's easier to play off that I'm Choice Scarf since I'm a Nido Queen as opposed to having a Nido King, which is mostly Choice Scarf or a Life Orb. Considering a lead Nido Queen, you obviously might think that I'm set up with some shape or form or whatever with the Toxic Spikes or Stealth Rock. Sorry, but somebody else has that. Anyway, he's gonna go for the Ice Shard on the switch into Suicune, and I know like, Suicune could wall this Weave out all day, every day. He probably wants to save his Weave out for later on, so I'm just gonna go and use this chance to make a double switch back out into Nido Queen since it's Scarf, and I definitely want to get a chance to see what he switches right into. He's gonna go out to his Frost Blast, right? So I'm like, okay, I got the Fire Blast, and for some reason he stays in. And now he's gonna lose his Frost Blast also, being that his Frost Blast is not Focus Sash. And I was actually a little bit worried that his Infernape would be Sash to begin with in the lead, but that didn't happen. I'm able to get an early 6-4 lead. He brings in his Feraligatr, right? So I'm like, whoa, I'm a little bit afraid of this thing. I don't know if this thing is Swords Dance, Sub, whatever. I don't know. All I know is like, whoa, he's D-Dance now, so I gotta get a burn on this guy really quickly. Otherwise, I'm in deep trouble. And I don't necessarily have too many physical walls necessarily. I'm thinking like, I'm looking at my team. I was like looking at my team like for like 2 minutes. I'm like, what is the best thing I can bring against this thing? And I just like shook in my boots a little bit. So I'm just gonna go for the Boiling Water, hoping I get the 30% chance to burn. Whoa, not happening. And he's like +2 at the moment. So I'm like, whoa, I know I have priority with 3 different guys, but at the same time, it's like I have to definitely take this thing out before it does any unnecessary damage to my team. So I'm just gonna go for the Scald again, hopefully getting the burn this time. If I get the burn, he's gonna have to go up to +6 or whatever, and that's not gonna necessarily happen since I'm like Calm Mind. And even though he resists the Scald, it is gonna do considerable amount of damage. So he realizes that he can't take too many chances bulking up with the Dragon Dance. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna go for the Earthquake now. A potential 2-hit KO. I have to get the burn now. No, I don't get it. I'm tight. Smoking on that level 3. 53 Hydreigon. Seriously. Oh man. Oh, this is not good. This is not looking good. Plus he has the leftovers as opposed to having the Life Orb to do a little bit more damage. Plus he gets the useless crit, so to add insult to injury. So I'm like, okay, I have to take this thing out really quickly. So I'm just gonna bring in my loyalty, which is Choice Bandit, right? Go for the Choice Bandit, Extreme Speed. Thankfully he is Dragon Dance, so I know he won't necessarily have the Aqua Jet, or the chance of him having Aqua Jet will be highly unlikely. So after taking the Choice Bandit Extreme Speed, so I'm like, yes. I know I can kill this thing now because the Extreme Speed does a little bit of considerable damage, and even though he has leftovers recovery, I'm able to bring in the Staraptor. And as opposed to having a U-turn, I am packing the Choice Bandit Quick Attack, Adamant, boom, bada bing, bada boom, you're out of there. Even the crit, it was like completely useless in this case. If it was Jolly, if my Staraptor was Jolly, like the majority of Choice Bandit Staraptors that I see, then, you know, the crit would have mattered. But I'm happen to be Adamant. I did run calcs, and that crit didn't matter in that case. So that was good that I'm able to get this thing out, but whoa, I don't catch a break. He brings in the Cloyster, right? Gets the Shell Smash off. So I'm like, whoa. I don't even know if Chansey could take this thing out at the moment. So he goes for another Shell Break, which is actually quite a bit of a mistake. Because in the case that, you know, common Chansey sets carry Thunder Wave, and Thunder Wave is 100% chance of you getting paralyzed, so you won't necessarily be able to keep your speed unless you're probably packing Ice Shard or something, which I'm actually a little bit afraid of because the Raptor and Nido Queen are both weak to those kind of things, and those are the best things I have at the moment to finish the Cloyster off, considering that he does have -2 in defense at the moment right now, as well as a special defense. So I'm just gonna have to play a little bit of a Haxi game around this cloister here to try to finish this thing off. And it doesn't work necessarily because I'm trying to hope again for a hacks with the with the water pulse. 40% chance doesn't happen. I am Serene Grace as opposed to having a natural cure if you guys haven't figured it out yet. So that's a 60% chance with the body slam that I'll get a paralysis, and I did get it the first chance, which is pretty freaking amazing. But fortunately for me, he is not packing the skill link, so he's not able to finish me off with a +4 icicle spear coming from the cloister. And I'm like, okay, I have to confuse this thing, and the 40% chance is not granting me the confusion that I actually need in order to stall this thing out a little bit more with the Chansey. But fortunately for me, he is paralyzed, and even at +4, my scarf, Nidoqueen is going to be able to take this thing out with the Thunderbolt, and thankfully he doesn't have the Ice Shard, so that was great there. Unfortunately for me, I am indeed locked on to Thunderbolt. He's going to bring in the the Espeon, right? So I'm like, okay, even if he does Psychic, as long as he doesn't have the Reflect Up, I know I can finish this thing off with like 1 or 2 hits or whatever with the, no, 1 hit. I'm Choice Banded Reckless, 1 hit with the Double Edge or the Brave Bird. So, but unfortunately, he has the Psychic Gem, which gives him the extra stab, which makes it enough for a 1-hit KO as opposed to a 2-hit KO on the Staraptor. So I was like, whoa! Did not see that coming. So I'm just going to bring in my Donphan now. Gonna go for the Psychic again, and I know I can like do considerable amount of damage with the Earthquake. Gets a critical hit, but doesn't quite finish me off yet. Even in the chance that it was a critical hit and brought me down to 1 HP, I am packing this 30 obviously, so I won't necessarily get killed one-shotted necessarily with the Espeon, and I know I'll be able to finish this thing off with the Ice Shard after hitting this thing with the Earthquake. So that was great that threat is out of there, and he's just going to bring in his Weavile as the last Pokemon. Weavile is his last Pokemon. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake just in case he wants to go for the Swords Dance or whatever. He's going to go straight for the Ice Punch, and I'm like, yes, finish it off. Right, I'm able to bring in my Nidoqueen and finish this thing off with the Fire Blast as he makes his final play and goes for the Ice Shard on my Nidoqueen to try to finish it off. If it was Nidoking, maybe it would have did a little bit more damage, considering that Nidoking has less defenses than Nidoqueen. But viewers, I'm telling you, Nidoqueen does not play any games. Don't look down on it just because it has a lower special attack base than Nidoking. It is great as a Choice Scarf inducer. So viewers, that was a great battle. Smoking on that level 53 Hydreigon with all the stuttering that I've been doing in this narration. I'm actually a little bit distracted, but nobody else really cares for that. But viewers, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and peace. What you doing?